All right, in this video, I'll talk about meal prepping, one of the foundations of success, in my opinion. Why is that? Because meal prepping, it just once you, let's say you cook, right? You use a pan, like one of those pans on the stove, a stove pan. Let's say you use other things to cook. Let's say you cook, right? You cook one big a portion, a big quantity of food, right? Now you have it cooked. What I use is I use 6 cup. The 6 cup means it's like it can hold 6 cups. Um, yeah, it's like 6 cups of like it's like it's a measurement. So it's a 6 cup rectangular kind of rectangular container. It's made out of glass. It has like obviously a lid. What I do is I bought a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them that I don't even use right now. I think I only use like 6 of them or seven, like mainly for the week. So they're glass containers. I like glass because I feel like it's safer for the microwave. Because with plastic, there are studies out there that the plastic leaches out onto the food, and then you eat the food, and the plastic's not really based on the studies. Or the plastic releases chemicals into the food, and I'll rather just um, even if even the studies, I mean, even if the studies aren't true, I just use glass just to be cautious. Uh, so yeah, I have the what is it the glass containers. I have a bunch of them. I think I have man, I have a bunch of them. I have maybe it's like 30 of them. So it's 6 cup and it's high. It's good quality containers. Maybe more than 30. Nah, I think I do have more than 30. I just have a bunch of them, and they're all the same size, and it's exactly the size for a meal for me. Maybe you'll want a bigger one if you eat a lot, but for me, 6 cups is good for me. I can put the protein and the carbs, the protein on one side, the carbs, and I can put sauce in it, and it'll fit. It fits in. It, it doesn't like overflow. It's just the right size. So that's a strategy for me. Like, oh, and I was back to the pan and the stove, right? So if you cook for like in one day, like if you just make large quantities, then you only have to clean the pan and all the utensils you use to cook. You only have to clean them once, and that's it. You don't have to clean them again. So that saves you time right there, time and energy. Remember, it's not just the time that you're spending when you cook. It's also the energy, physical energy and mental energy. Because when you're cooking, you're actually also thinking. And studies have shown, at least the books that I've read, it has shown that when you think, like the more you think, the more that you decide during the day, it has an effect on your mental energy. So the more decisions you have to make during the day, by the end of the day, your mental energy has also been drained or has also been used up. So if you only cook once a day, it also saves you mental energy, so that you can have more energy to decide on other important decisions in the other days that you have or that you don't have to cook. So those are just some of the examples of why and the reason for just cooking once maybe once a week, but in my opinion I cook I, I prefer to cook maybe once every 3 or 4 days. So that'll be 2 times a week that I cook. And so yeah, so that's one of my strategies for meal prepping. One of the reasons why I do it. Um, and also another. another aspect of just not meal prepping, but just having food available, um, is stocking. So stocking up on food. For example, this water right here, Fiji water. It's a 1.5 liters liter bottle. Um, so my strategy, and I haven't been doing this lately, but I have done it in the past, is I go to the store and I just buy about 30. I want to say at least around 30 bottles of these, and I store them in my kitchen. And so now I have about at least 30 a month's worth of water, just this type of drinking water. I also buy the gallon bottles. It's a different brand though. Um, yeah, I also buy the gallon bottles of water, and I incorporate that. So I think my strategy will be, I usually take these when I go out, and sometimes when I'm at home, but mainly when I'll go out for sure. And I use the gallon ones when I'm home. And so I'll use those when I'm home, so like I could just pour it into like a glass of water. Yeah. So the reason why am I stocking up on water? Well, the reason why I stock up on certain foods and certain drinks is because that way I don't have to be constantly going to the store, because going to the store also takes up time. And so when you go to the store, you have to drive to the store. You have to think when you have to think, okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have to park here. I'm gonna have to get out of the car, and then I'm gonna have to go wait in line. I'm gonna have to put everything in my car, and then I'm gonna have to drive back home, and then I'm gonna have to stock it in the shelf. Instead of doing all of that every other week, I'll just do it once a week, and I stock everything, and I have everything for like at least a month. But more than likely, if I stock, since I have like, since only use these for like when I'm out and sometimes at home, and I also have the gallon type. I think I'm pretty sure I'll have, when I do stock up, I have about at least at least 2 months, maybe even 3 months worth of water. So yeah, so that's 3 months worth of water, and I also do, it's same strategy for other things. For other things that don't have a short expiration date. So for example, other drinks that I'll put in the fridge. Usually drinks have a 2 month expiration date from the day that I buy them. So they could I can store them. Um, Other favorite drinks. Well, I'm talking about like kombucha. That usually has a 2 month. I have 2 months expiration date from the day that I buy it. And just other things, just like pasta, oats, oats. So oats, I can buy a lot of oats, and oats usually last me a long time. So those type of strategies and things, that habits that just do it once and just have it stored for months. Um, yeah, that's the and the again, you save energy, physical energy, mental energy, and you save time, and you can use that, the time that you save. So let's say you do it once a month, right? Now you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it the rest of the month or even other months if you store enough of it. So yeah, so that's the foundation, right? So there's things that you actually do to make money, right? So you have a job, you go to work and you make money, and that's actually directly contributing to your financial success, right? Because that's one of the main goals of this channel is going to be creating a certain level of financial success. um, that level is a level in which I feel comfortable at. Like I feel like there's a certain level of comfort. Like obviously, I'm for this channel, especially right now, I'm not looking at creating at least right now, I'm not looking at to creating a level of success to where I can just go travel the world for 2 months and just spend money and not really care about. That's not the level of success or like financial success. I'm like, like just spend money whenever, just ha- go and, yeah, like that's not like millionaire type of success. That's not what I'm focused on right now. I'm sort of like taking it step by step. Right now, just to have a certain level of comfort that I feel comfortable with, and that, um, yeah, just that I'm comfortable with. Um, I think right now, for example, let's say I work right now, like my regular job, right? Just the way I'm making money right now. If I could get an extra, if I can get an extra $500 a month, but not tied into my the job that I work at, right? And it has to be tied into like some type of a skill that I have that's making me extra money, and that's not that's like I would say that has a potential to make me even more money. So that's the key word, potential to make me even more money. So but if I can get an extra 500, I think I can other than like what I'm doing right now. I think that's the goal right now. Obviously later on it's going to be more and more, but right now I think that's the goal. If I can get a skill, like if I can add a skill that makes me 500 extra and that has the potential to make me even more money, that's my goal. Or I can have something else that I can change jobs, and that the boost in money will be that 500 more, but without having to like use that much more energy that what I'm doing right now. So it's a similar amount of energy and effort that I'm putting into the job that I have right now. If I can use the similar effort into another job, but that will give me an extra 500. That's a month. So that will be about 2,000, 4,000, about 12,000 more a month. If I can have that, I think at that point I wouldn't say it'll be comfortable, but it would be like manageable. It'll be okay for me right now, or if when that happens, because I think that's possible. It is possible. So I'm not trying to make this video too long, but yeah. So that's gonna be that's gonna be what this channel is gonna be about. Um, it's gonna it's just gonna document that process, or the progress that I make towards that goal and other goals that I have. And yeah, so that this the meal prepping, that was just this is just part of it. So there's other areas which I won't get into in this video, but there's other strategies that I'm going to implement. So as far as meal prepping, that's one of the foundational, in my opinion, that's one of the foundations of my other success. It's not directly tied into my success, like directly, like as far as like me actually working and making money, getting paid for the actual work that I do, but it's more of the foundation, right? So there's foundational things that don't really make you money, but that are the foundation of, like, and that gives you more time to put into the actual work that you do. So cooking is one of them, and there's other things like having a wardrobe, like your clothing, having having it organized. And I'm not gonna get into it here. Also the laundry, having that sort of organized, and then also just your apartment or the place where you live, having it like set up in a way where it saves you time because everything's organized, everything's where it needs to be. Those things are, and also like there's even things for like your car that you drive. There's a bunch of things that I'm going to talk about in future videos, but this is the original first. It's not the first, but it's going to be official first video. Now that I'm gonna just commit to making videos at least once a week. And yeah, that's it, man. Like, and I'm making these videos mainly to document just for myself. Just once, like, as time goes on, I want to look back at these videos and look at the progress that I've made. Yeah, that's it. So this is the first video. It's kind of long, but I don't think I've seen people talk the way I do, and just break things down as far as like why I do what I do. And I think mainly it's because I come from not really that much guidance or just mentorship. Like there's really nobody that has mentored me, like as far as like really really mentored me into in explain things to me in detail. Yeah, I've might have had people tell me, oh, giving me this tip or that tip, but nobody really like mentored me like that, or just explain to me things and just be like, okay, I'm gonna explain to you this or that in detail, and just as far as life things, like just things in life. So some people may already be aware of the things, like to them it might be simple, but I've never seen anybody explain it the way I'm going to explain it in these videos. And I'm thinking, like, if you come from uh, if you come from a low income community and stuff, and in those type of environments, you might have had you might have not had the mentorship either, the level of mentorship to where you were you were taught like the type of information that I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, I'm gonna make these videos, and I know for a fact that what I'm saying is fact, and it helps. I know that for a fact because it just makes sense. Like what I'm saying is gonna make sense. Like I don't say things that don't make sense. I've thought about things that I'm saying, that I'm doing. So yeah, it just, I don't know if I've seen other. I mean, other people. Obviously, they're also, usually when I see people trying to mentor people, other people, if you just came for the initial like meal prepping and stuff, like this is just gonna be me rambling, but a little bit. Usually, when people mentor and when people talk about success, they just tell you, oh, believe in yourself, work hard, never give up. I mean, that's okay. But I've just eventually with these self help books and videos, They basically talk about, oh, you have to have the right mindset, you have to push through and just never give. And that's fine and all, but that's okay. Like as far as like giving you that maybe a little boost of energy, but I can't waste my time with those type of books or videos anymore because I'm at the point where I'll use those videos from time to time, but I want that quality substance, which in my opinion only comes from actual instruction on exactly what to do, directions as far as like, okay, this, okay, go buy. You have to buy, like for example, like the meal prepping. Go buy. Let's say you need 7, right? Go buy 7 uh, glass containers or just food containers. Go buy 7 of them for the week. Now, go buy. If you don't have it, go buy a pan. Go buy a pot. Go buy spoons and forks. Um, and just you don't need a lot of spoons and forks because after you use each container, you just wash the spoon and fork. Just wash them and then use them again with the next container. Meal prep for 7 days or for 3 or 4 days. Have a system in place to do that. Now, that's part of your success. That's part of what's going to make you successful because now you have that in place. You're never hungry. You always have food to eat. So a lot of times when you get hungry, you get kind of, especially for me, I get kind of mad. And so when I get mad, I can't really focus on other things as much. Or when I'm hungry, I can't really focus on other things as much because I'm thinking about food. So if you have your food in place, then your focus is there. You're in a good mood because your belly's full, and like back to what I was saying. That's the type of instruction that I'm at right now for the most part. Obviously, and that's the type of instruction that I'll be speaking on. That sounded I said it kind of ghetto right there, but that's the type of instruction I'll be speaking on. Um, yeah, that's what I'll be focusing on in these videos. Because I'm not self help and just motivational videos is okay, but what you really need most of what you really need is instruction, directions on what to actually do in order to make things happen. That's what you really need. And so that's what these videos are going to be about. Meal prepping was just one of them. um, and I'm gonna expand on the meal prep once I like do other things. Like there's gonna be a part 2 meal prep video, just to go into even more detail because I don't want to. I'm gonna make parts to these videos because I don't want to go into too much detail. I want to make them somewhat short, like 10 minutes or so. Um, so yeah, that's it. This video is kind of long now, so I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna upload it. It's January 10th. It's a Tuesday. It's probably like 2:30 in the morning. No, it's maybe almost 3 in the morning. I'm not sure, but because I'll have to end the video to check the time right here on my phone. Or let me see. No, I'm not even gonna risk it. But it's like almost 3 in the morning. It's a Tuesday, January 10th, 2022. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, it's official. I'll do a video at least once a week, even if it's short. I'll upload it. All right, see you guys. The next video is probably going to be about clothing. Just clothing, not doing laundry. Laundry is going to be another video. And then gonna make a video about cars. And I'm gonna make a video. Let's see, about my living room setup. Oh, I have a bunch of videos. My kitchen setup, my bathroom setup, my actual the room that I sleep in setup. Um, yeah, it's there's videos coming. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.